sent his goons, his handpicked goons that from his agency that is, first of all, it's an agency that hasn't even been confirmed. It's an agency created by executive order by Donald Trump. Elon Musk is not an elected official. It's a fake. You want to talk about fake stuff? It's a fake agency. He sent his goons to barge into force their way and intimidate, force their way into the Treasury Department, and they took control of the United States checkbook, the purse. They, in other words, they staged a coup d'etat, the absolute coup d'etat. They now have control, absolute control, over $5 trillion, $5 trillion of our money. And they locked out all the federal employees that are supposed to be in charge of the United States purse. Constitutionally, the only people that have control of the purse is the United States Congress. So if you don't know what happened, Donald Trump staged a coup d'etat in the United States of America using a South African immigrant. And the South African immigrant has more power now than 330 million people. That's what happened. So, for those of you who were thinking, oh, Donald Trump is just gonna clean house. Yeah, he's cleaning house and establishing the Fourth Reich. So now what happened was they stopped. He issued an executive order stopping payments after those payments and that budget had been approved by who's constitutionally allowed to do so, the Congress of the United States. They were already approved for payment. We're talking USAID. USAID is that it was created. People say, "Oh, it was created by an executive order." No, it wasn't. They already passed a law for it, and then it was reiterated. So what happens now? What happens now is Elon Musk and Donald Trump have effectively decided who they're going to pay and who they're not going to pay, so they can use at their will, at their discretion, $5 trillion of our money to bend the will of anybody in the United States to their agenda. If they want to go ahead and not pay, which he's been saying and doing, blue states for programs, now they have absolute control of it. I don't know if you saw it, and I was wondering, it's like, what happened? Where are the Democrats? Where are the Democrats fighting? Where are the state attorneys of the different states of the United States of America? See, if we allow this to happen, it's happened. It's already happened. Elon Musk has absolute control of the United States purse. The checkbook is in the hands of Elon Musk. The United States checkbook is in the hands of Elon Musk. I'm repeating that so that you understand what's going on. Donald Trump has staged a coup d'etat on the United States, along with Elon Musk, a South African Nazi immigrant. Okay, so if you don't know who's Elon Musk, go out there and see who's he's supporting. He's supporting all of the neo-Nazi movements across the world. He spent $270 million to elect Donald Trump and use his platform X to spread misinformation and propaganda and lies to get Donald Trump elected. Now he has absolute control of the purse of the United States. So people say, well, Donald Trump has complete immunity, but we can't allow him to give complete immunity to his proxies. See, the immunity should not apply to everybody around him. Let's say that the Donald Trump says, go ahead and kill the entire White House press corps to his newly elected fascist white girl propagandist, aka the press secretary, the girl that he's got out there standing now in the podium line for him, just like he had the rest of the liars. He stands up there. She says, yeah, grab this AK-47 and open fire on the entire press corps. She can't have immunity. He might have immunity. I don't know, because I don't know if that murder in the press corps of the United States would be an official act. But he cannot transfer that immunity to everybody around him, let alone a South African immigrant, a Nazi South African immigrant, who has meetings constantly with other world leaders. See, this person has constant contact over sensitive information with Chinese government individuals, officers, officials. He's got business all over the world, and we handed this person the entire control of the United States purse? Are you kidding me? People should be out on the streets protesting. Donald Trump staged a coup along with his buddy Elon Musk. This is where we're at in the United States. He's talking about going to war with Panama. He's talking about taking over Greenland. He's talking about continues, even after, because he said, they stood up there and said, oh, now we're going to freeze, because the courts, two federal judges said, one of them, a Republican, said, this guy's crazy. He can't just stop payments on money that was approved by the United States Congress in order to pay to all those organizations. Okay? For those who don't know how much of the budget U.S. aid, foreign aid is about, it fluctuates, but it's less than 1%. It's probably 0.25%, like 0.25%. And it's used to spread goodwill and help people around the globe as a token of friendship, so that we can maintain good relationships around the world. And by the way, help millions of people with AIDS and with food, with a bunch of programs. So, you need to contact your representative. And what's the solution? The solution is they need to issue an arrest warrant for Elon Musk and let the courts sort it out. And talking about revoking citizenship, if there was ever a case for that, this is it. I don't know if he's a citizen or not, but if he is, they need to look into that. For any naturalized person who commits a crime like the crime, I don't care if Donald Trump told them to do so, that's unconstitutional. Once again, the fact that the United States Supreme Court, the con man and thieves and fraudsters that Donald Trump named to that Supreme Court, the liars who lied on their oath about not overturning Roe versus Wade and then went ahead and did it. And by the way, each one of the appointees that Donald Trump has named to lead the agencies in the United States, they have all perjured themselves, and they have all been in contempt of court. They took an oath to tell the truth and to answer truthfully. And I'll be damned if any of them have. None of them have. They've all refused to answer the questions blatantly. They should all be in contempt of court. If you and I did that shit, we'll be in jail until we answer. So what we have here is a constitutional crisis. If we don't ask our representative and the state attorneys across this nation to issue an arrest warrant for Elon Musk for espionage, for wire fraud, for false imprisonment, for massive theft, massive illegal appropriation of public funds, $5 trillion worth of it. Then we are no longer a democracy. We are an oligarchic monarchy. And what's going to happen, and I think their end game is this. I got to go because I got to go to work. What happens is, I think their end game is this. I think the end game of the Nazis, because this is what these people are, Nazis. You know, everybody's trying to explain away the salute. He's a Nazi. He's an avowed Nazi. He's an apartheid child, a liar, a con man. He finances every Nazi movement around the globe. Musk does. What's going to happen is they're going to stop payments. They already, Illinois, the governor of Illinois went public and said, by what I was saying about the judges stopped. They issued a stop to the freeze in payments to Medicaid, all that stuff that he froze. The judges stopped that because the Democrats and a bunch of lawyers sued. They say they stopped it. Then the White House says, okay, we'll put a stop to it. That's a lie. Illinois governor just went yesterday or the day before public and said, this is a lie. We have no access to Medicare payments. We have no access to Medicaid payments. Our employees are not getting paid. The employees who distribute that money that was already voted for and allocated by Congress, like the Constitution calls for, we have no access to it. The White House, Donald Trump is lying, and he's circumventing the Constitution and not heeding the orders, the decision of the judiciary. Well, they went around and forced their way. Musk used his goons and they forced their way into the Treasury Department and stole the United States purse. They stole it. Now they have full control of it. This is a coup d'etat. That's exactly what it is. So all the DEI, all the LGBTQ, all the immigration shit, it's a distraction for what they really wanted was to steal the United States purse. And they've done it. That's what's going on. So what's going to happen is they're going to create civil unrest when all these people don't get paid, when all these blue states, they don't get paid, when they hold the money and they pay only their friends. They're going to create chaos, financial turmoil, and all this shit with the tariff. He said, oh, we reached an agreement. Bullshit. Donald Trump does not reach agreements that he doesn't break. Okay? So, there's going to be civil unrest. And as soon as there's some little bit of civil unrest, he's going to ask his buddies who are in control to suspend the Constitution and suspend the term limits and suspend all types of stops for his power. And he and his cabal of fascists, the Republican Party of today, they're going to assume control of everything. They're going to override everything. And they're going to do exactly like Bukele did in El Salvador. And they're going to say, we're going to suspend the Constitution for the safety of the declaring state of emergency when once fucking civil unrest happens. So we need to just to assert control for the safety of the citizens. We're gonna they're not gonna suspend the Constitution. They'll use another term, but that's exactly, and they've done it already. They're doing it already. They stole our purse and handed control over a criminal Nazi immigrant from South Africa. An apartheid child of all. And he's already talking about attacking South Africa. So, we're in trouble, man. So when that happens, they've been talking about it, removing the 2-term limit. And we're going to turn into El Salvador. That's what I think their end game is. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But about half of this nation is up in arms against his asshole. Even Republicans who voted for him saying, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened? Well, that's what happened. A coup d'etat just happened. So, I don't know, man. I got to go to work. But we're in trouble. You guys wanted Trump. You guys you got him. And then some. So we're in the middle of oligarchic monarchy, courtesy of the idiots who voted for this guy. So it's not going to end up good. If they don't back down, his own people, if they don't force this guy out and invoke the 25th Amendment, because he's really insane. He's talking insane shit. Out of whack. He can't hold a coherent thought together. If they don't invoke the 25th Amendment, we're in trouble because we're heading for civil unrest. Because wait till people to stop getting paid and all those people and all those businesses stop getting paid that don't fall in line with his fascist Nazi agenda. What you think that you're immune from another civil war or something like that? When people get desperate out there and they can't eat and they can't pay their mortgage and they're kicked out, and then all of a sudden kicked out of their houses, and then the vultures swoop in and buy their houses like they did in the 2008 catastrophe created by Republicans under Republicans. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to go rent a house once they lose their house for not getting paid? There are no rentals out there. We're in the middle of a rental crisis. So, good luck, man. We're going to need it.